Gentlemen, you had your instructions in the dressing room. The only thing I'm going to give you a few reminders now. First and foremost, I want you to watch your heads. Second of all, anything on the band here is going to be good. Anything on the band here is going to be good. I'm going to give you guys clear instructions, and that's what I want you to do. You understand? You're both professionals, world-class, championship caliber, and that's how I want you to conduct yourself in this ring. That said, Mr. Horn, Mr. Crawford, gentlemen, let's do this.
Remember last summer in Australia, that Rocky Balboa, Yo Adrian moment, I did it, when Jeff Horn dedicated that fight to his wife, Jo. Now a proud mother of their little 6-month-old baby, and she has come here, the family has come here to Vegas to see this. The great challenge to take on the simply sublime, excellently skilled Terence "Bud" Crawford. We are underway for the world title fight, Crawford and Horn. And let it be noted, Robert Byrd, the third man inside the ropes, the veteran referee, so credible, but a concern raised by the camp of Jeff Horn this week because there's a tendency for Byrd, Robert Byrd, the referee, to break fighters on the inside as he does right now. And the Horn camp wants to be able to get work done on the inside.
There you go. You see right there, right out the gate, Terence is controlling distance. Every time Horn steps in, he gets out just far enough, and he tries to counter just like there.
Getting after it pretty early here. Remember, Horn is switch, or Crawford is switch hitter, as he's southpaw now.
He usually starts conventional and goes southpaw. In this case, he started southpaw.
Here we go.
Their plan is that Horn will jump into a right hook.
That's a good plan. It's a check hook because Horn lunges in just like that with his head.
Oh, Horn comes in with a right hand that lands flush on Crawford.
And that's the shot I'll be worried about early on with Crawford. Sometimes he gets hit early on with big shots. And that you saw Horn drop low like he was going to the body and loop a looping right hand and caught Crawford backing out.
Comes back in, and there's Crawford that does check that right hand hook from that southpaw position.
But one of the things that Horn does well is he throws his combinations, and guess what? He finishes them as well. It doesn't matter if he gets hit or not. He's going to finish his combination, and that's dangerous for Crawford.
It's also noticeable, especially compared to last summer, Tim, and we understand the weight issue yesterday on the scale for Jeff Horn. His body has changed. He's far more muscular and cut up than the Jeff Horn that defeated Manny Pacquiao.
Absolutely. He's strong. He put some muscles on.
He's been working with a nutritionist. He definitely has a different body. Not as skinny as he quite thought.
Terence off the mark right there. It's hard to judge Horn's movement. Horn just doesn't attack straight on. He does every now and then, but he gives you a lot of movement in front. Different looks. Him switching up, going to the outside. That's what Horn is pretty good at, disguising his attacks.
It's a contrast in styles. It's also a contrast in the type of characters they are. One guy came to the sport because he was bullied mercilessly. The other guy got tossed out of at least 5 schools for basically being a bully.
Well, it's funny. He was being bullied. Now he's trying to be the bully in the ring.
I don't know if that's
ironic.
Irony or destiny.
Pretty good looking opening round here, and good exchange there as Crawford able to land. Horn had the big right hand. Crawford had a couple good combinations, including the work to the belt.
You're trying to dart in. You see that darting in shit. Gotta stop this from darting in.
3-time Fighter of the Year, the current 2017 ESPN Fighter of the Year, also been honored by the Boxing Writers of America. To carry the weight from lightweight up to welterweight and win a crown. That is what he's trying to do tonight. The American from Omaha, Bud Crawford, round number 2.
Here's Horn coming in, trying to land the right hand.
And there was that opportunity for that right hook as Horn came charging in.
The way you beat a softball, you got to land that right hand. It's kryptonite to a softball. Straight right hand, looping right hand. Change the trajectory on it. Go down to the body, to the head. Loop the shot sometimes. Any way to get that right hand at home against the softball.
Brian McIntyre, a.k.a. Bo Mac, is the trainer of Bud Crawford. Bernardo, what was he saying to Bud? at the end of that last round.
He told Bud he's got to move his feet. He's got to avoid the burst that Jeff Horn tries to come in with, but not moving straight back. He's got to look for angles and not straight back. That's the key.
But still trying to figure out the timing of Horn because he's in and out.
He's very awkward.
Very awkward.
Very aggressive, very awkward as he switches.
Let him go, let him go.
But you see right there, the veteran tactic, tie up.
Stop.
You don't like what's going on, tie your man up.
Got it.
Robert Bird's going to take control of the situation right away. He's very, very direct in the pre-fight meetings with both the charges and the chief seconds.
Terence still having a hard time finding that rhythm. See, he can't even land that jab right now. And every time Horn steps in, he likes to body up with you, throw you off balance. Don't allow you to let your combinations or your counters go. He gets close to you.
Left hand to the body from Crawford.
Great, that's how you weaken the stronger guy. Or a bigger guy like Horn.
Undoubtedly a bigger guy. Naturally the bigger man. Not the better athlete, not the more skilled fighter. Thus the left hand that landed moments ago with the reaction time of Crawford. It's a left hand that comes in from Horn, and then they tie up on the inside again as somebody willing to work free.
All right, now you see the transition. Terence now, he was walking forward. He sees that Horn doesn't fight that well bagging up. When you put pressure on him, there are holes and opportunities. He can't get greedy though. Horn will fire back at him.
There's Horn trying to get to work on that belt line on the inside. Robert Bird's going to earn his paycheck tonight, that's for sure, the referee. Trying to come with a left uppercut as Horn came forward. End of 2 in our world title fight. There's that body shot, that last round from Bud Crawford. That was the signature punch of that second round.
Absolutely, and those shots will take effect later on in the fight.
We're listening to Glenn Rushton instilling yet more confidence in Jeff Horn, telling him how well he did. Rushton's an interesting character, part Tony Robbins, part Chuck Norris.
Let him go, there you go.
Made a fortune in real estate. He's a karate teacher by trade.
He's an unbelievable media darling down in Australia. There have been so many feature stories done on him. The book on Jeff Horn, major motion picture coming out. All that centering on the relationship of trainer to fighter. That time he came forward and Bud nailed him.
Right hook.
Charging in with a right hand, and now they exchange in the middle of the ring. Bud, more the aggressor that time, doubling up the jab, trying to come with a straight left hand. Horn fires back. Good stuff here.
Now, Terence sees the opportunity that once he counters, Horn steps back with his hands down to try to reset. And he's following him out with combinations at times. Great adjustment.
Horn throws his punches, falls in, and then looks to sort of bully on the inside.
There was another right hand from Horn that came in there.
He's sniping him on the way in. And for an American audience, the perception of Horn is formed against Manny.
Correct.
And what Crawford says is, do not mistake me with Manny Pacquiao. I am bigger, I am stronger, I am in my prime.
There is Miss Deborah, Bud Crawford's mother. Outstanding feature story on ESPN.com, written by our Mark Kriegel this week, detailing the dynamic relationship between Deborah and her son, and all that Bud Crawford overcame to arrive to this mountaintop of a career.
There it is. Terence Crawford followed him out with straight punches.
Horn willing to still come through the front door. Makes it fun, doesn't it? Snapping that jab is Crawford off the right hip. Straight in his Horn again. He only knows one way, and it is a fan-friendly, TV-friendly style.
See those heads come together?
Yep. Remember, cuts are always a concern with Jeff Horn.
If you recall, Horn got cut in training camp last time, sparring with headgear.
That was 3 weeks prior to his December title defense. Just falling forward that time defensive flaw. Crawford couldn't take advantage, but a left hand hits the mark. And now a pop jab. And a good left-handed combination from the American.
Well, you know who's more fundamentally sound? It's Terence Crawford. He's making Horn pay for all his mistakes, dropping his hands, moving out at distance, close range.
Excellent round from Bud Crawford.
And you see the swelling already over the right eye.
You got some blood over the right eye.
With another look at it right here. Terence following him out. Fundamentally making mistakes, dropping his hands as he's pulling away. And Terence is smart enough to follow him and land that 1-2.
They put a grease on that brow of the right eye of Jeff Horn. Round number 4 for the welterweight championship. CompuBox tallying things up. The power punches in the last round, dominating round for the American Bud Crawford, landing 17 power punches, 46 of those he's thrown. We noted that earlier in our tail of the tape. If there is one stat you look at with Bud Crawford, it's his accuracy of power punches. He's dynamic with it. Joe Cortez, longtime referee here in Vegas, our unofficial judge ringside tonight. He has Crawford up 3-0.
No. You know what this fight reminds me of?
What's that, Tim?
Ricky Hatton, Floyd Mayweather.
How so?
Ricky Hatton was trying to get close, trying to get to the body of Mayweather, and guess what? Mayweather finessed him. Kind of what Terence is doing right now. Letting him run into shots, letting him fall into punches.
Free up your hands.
Setting traps for him.
Mayweather also ended it with one clean shot.
Fight's not over yet.
A check hook.
Yes, as he was coming in, lunging in, similar to Jeff Horn. As the fight go on, fighters weaken. And those are your opportunities when you land shots that you were landing earlier. Guess what? They hurt a lot more.
Let him go, Jeff. Let him go.
Later on in the fight.
I mean, there's nothing that Horn is doing here that's going to slow down Bud Crawford later in the fight. He's not working the body.
No.
He's not even necessarily winning the strength battle when it comes to these wrestling matches.
That's a very good point,
yes,
and should be noted because we talked so much about that being the one way he could go about his business.
Crawford was insistent when I spoke. I'm not nearly as small as you guys think I am coming up in this division. I mean, his contemporaries in the amateurs are now welterweight champs or have been welterweight champs, and he's not awed by them at all. The only guy who was a bit younger was Errol Spence, but he's already plotted out ways he's going to beat each of them. His move to welterweight was not a casual one. It was pretty thought out. And if you look at his back, he's a welterweight.
Broad and muscular. He also has reach just beyond his measurable height. Another good lead left hand from the Nebraskan. And he looks confident right now.
He'll be slow and steady.
Tim Bradley and Mark Kriegel ringside.
And now it is Bud Crawford and Vasily Lomachenko who vie for that title to be called the world's best. Tonight would be a crowning achievement to become a 3-division champion if Crawford keeps up like this. Good start to round number 5.
Crawford's sharp right now, just sharp shooting from the outside. He wants to stay right in front of him, blocking counters. Capitalize on all the mistakes Horn is doing. Horn is not even using his jab, guys, to get in.
He's befuddled.
The first problem.
He's befuddled. He's being so thoroughly outboxed, and he's even being out-wrestled, which is supposed to be his forte.
I don't know. There's something about skinny people. They strong. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in there with a few skinny men myself, and they are physically strong.
All right, stop, guys, stop.
Terence showing his strength right there by bagging up Jeff Horn, taking some of the steam out of his legs by doing that.
Stop.
One thing Horn said that Crawford didn't have in his resume is he'd never been tested as Horn was against Pacquiao. He'd never endured a 9th round as Horn did against Pacquiao. And with this skill level you're seeing with Bud Crawford, now you see why.
Well, Bud Crawford don't want to be here. If he's there, he wants to be there. He shouldn't be on the ropes like that. He's comfortable. He's in control. He knows his range now. Now he's executing his attack. He's winning every aspect of the ring right now. Inside, middle, outside, even a wrestling battle.
And there is the wrestling battle that Robert Byrd will bring to an end and then bring these guys together.
You hold him. Don't do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Jeff Horn's breathing heavy.
Horn said, "I'll test his soul." I think it's quite the opposite. I think that Crawford is testing Horn's soul.
He's pushing him around. You can see that redness above the right eye as he sends back Horn. Crawford's in control here in round 5, giving the best of the Aussie. And now this thing's getting real ugly.
You okay? All right, let's go.
There was so much talk from the Horn camp. Some of it bothering Bud Crawford, saying it's just stupid. It's silly what's being said. You got the sense yesterday when we met with Bud Crawford, he wasn't in a good mood. There was a nastiness to his disposition.
Crawford tries to be dispassionate or pretend nothing bothers him. I think inside he's one of these guys who needs to feel deeply personal. He needs to feel some affront.
You've talked about the dichotomy of somebody who's a great humanitarian, who's gone off and doing charitable efforts in Africa, compared to the guy who gets in this ring.
Yeah, he enjoys hurting you.
End of story. Simply said Mark Kriegel. And right now, he is hurting Jeff Horn. Glenn Rushton says to Jeff Horn, Tim Bradley, when you go, you gotta really go. Get after it. Everything changes, he reminds him, when something good happens. That's exactly what happened in the 10th round against Manny Pacquiao when he was almost TKO'd in the 9th.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you can tell your fighter to go into harm's way, and guess what? You put him in danger zone. I think him, by doing so, by just rushing in, leaping in like that, you see Terence get out. Too slick, too smart for that.
He also said, I want to see broken rhythm pressure. Explain that to us.
Broken rhythm pressure is basically moving in and out, herky-jerky type of style. You know, giving him different looks, giving him different fronts, thinking he's going to attack him, coming straight in, then coming off to the side with something. So just give him to see how he's dropping low. And then he attacks, changing levels.
All right, stop.
That's all part of broken rhythm. Don't stay the same. Keep moving, doing something different.
I thought Pacquiao, the Horn fight, came up against the limits of his size and his age. Right now, Horn is coming up, at least against Crawford, the limits of his talent.
Stop, let him up,
Occasionally you see Terence step to Horn with his hands high, blocking, countering Horn. Right now he's choosing to sit back and just wait on Horn to come in to catch him with a counter. But Terence is dangerous when he steps to you.
Well, he can walk him down.
Yes.
He can fight going backward. Horn can do one thing.
And that's come forward.
And he's paying the price for it now.
He's trying. I mean, he's giving his best foot forward.
Rushton says you just got to land a few shots. It's a lot easier said than done, even on the inside.
Good uppercut that time from Bud Crawford. The left hand landed. Good body shot as well. Remember, he scored his undisputed championship with a body shot knockout of Julius Ndongo.
Yes, and I want to see more body punches from Terence.
Let him go, Jeff. Let him
He'll
go.
weaken Horn
Pull your
even
hands out.
more
Let's
if he
go.
landed
Punch
more
it out.
body shots. He hit him with the chin shots. He's taking them well, but those body shots will have an effect later on.
One of the things you're seeing with Crawford is a guy who's completely at home with whatever the terms of combat are. You want to go inside and try to like rough me up? Okay, I'm good there. You want to be in the middle of the ring? Okay, I'm good there.
I told y'all it was like fighting the Black Panther in there. No, he was no joke when I sparred him. Now he's going downstairs.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
That took the air out of Horn right there. And you see,
that was the Ndongo shot, something very close to that.
Here we go.
when you get to the championship rounds, you'll see what those body shots will do or have done. If it goes that long.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Halfway through the title fight.
Bell, guys. Bell.
And Crawford in control. You mentioned the Black Panther in making your analogy. Chadwick Boseman is sitting ringside for this fight on ESPN+. Great to have the award-winning actor with us. Mark Wahlberg also here tonight, as is Rick Ross and many NFL stars to come see the great Bud Crawford.
See a sense of urgency in Horn. He's trying hard. He landed a couple of, I think it was like jabs on Terence early on. Surprised Terence with those shots.
We've heard Glenn Rushton say, "You can do this, Jeff. You can do this." Bernardo, what is Bomac saying in the corner of Crawford?
Bomac just wants Terence to keep working that body, wear him down, and that's all he wants.
Timmy, you say you want to see more of that. Mark?
Yes, ooh, look at the head almost come through. But you see how Terence got his head out the middle right away and leaned back.
I thought it was worth noting that Rushton gave him a motivational speech, not a strategic speech in the corner.
I think that's a very good note by you, because I think it demands it at this moment.
But it also means that he's out of strategic options.
Correct. They need to will something to happen.
Yes.
They need that miracle. They need to find that magic that they found somehow late against Pacquiao. But this isn't Manny Pacquiao in the autumn of his career. This is a prime Bud Crawford.
They need Terence to make a mistake. And I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't see that often out of Crawford. He is fundamentally sound, and he is athletically superior.
Yes, he is. Horn having a little success right there with that double right hand. He lands it again on Crawford as Crawford leans into the line of fire with that right hand.
Good short work on the inside with that left hand from Crawford.
See, everything is all set up by the jab from Crawford.
Lead left hand from Crawford, and you just don't see Jeff Horn with that desire to come downhill every attempt as he did in rounds 1, 2, and 3.
We call that lead left hand that he threw. He threw the jab and then threw the lead left hand and followed with a jab, a change-up, just like baseball. You don't see that combination also.
Get your hands free. Get your hands free. Let him go, Jeff. You got him hooked. Let him go.
Goes with the left hand to the body as well. And then as Horn stepped forward, another left hand that connects to the body. Oh, left uppercut nearly tagged him solid as he came forward that time. So relaxed, in control, in command, and dominating Jeff Horn the way we see it right now.
Yeah, and I'm thinking he's saying to himself, what is holding this young man up?
By the way, there was so much made of the judging in the fight against Pacquiao for Jeff Horn. And then there was the review of the scores and the Pacquiao controversy that ensued. In terms of the contract for this fight, it was demanded by the Horn camp that an Australian judge would be here in Vegas, and that is the case with Adam Pike. Then there is Burt Clements, the veteran, incredible U.S. judge, and the third judge is Guido Cavalieri from Italy. An American, an Italian, and an Australian are judging this fight ringside.
I don't think it's going to come down to the judges, nor is it going to come down to the referee, who's the subject of so much debate. What would Robert do? What would Robert Byrd do? I think that Crawford has actually nullified that. It's not that they're not allowed to clinch and to hold. It's just that Crawford has actually had his way at the part of the fight that was supposed to be Horn's greatest advantage.
Speaking of referees, we have one of the veterans sitting with us ringside tonight. Joe Cortez is our ESPN Plus unofficial judge, and he sees a clean sweep for Crawford.
Crawford switched back right-handed. And he did that because he wanted to land that left hook to the body.
Let him go,
And he did.
Punch him out.
As he has placed left hands all night long. Now orthodox is Bud Crawford. There is the left hook, and this is where he can be most dangerous, Mark.
When Crawford goes to the right hand, that's when he's looking for the knockout.
Let's see if he finds it here. Just over a minute to go in round number 8.
All right. Stop. You good.
From that right hand stance now. That right hand's his power punch. That left hook is deadly. There it is as it backs up Jeff Horn. And now back to southpaw for Omaha's best.
How's the right hand right there that snuck in?
Horn trying to be aggressive for a moment, Timmy, to your point.
Yeah, it was a right hand. He kind of lunges forward, brings his back foot forward like there.
Watch your head.
And he throws the right hand. And occasionally, Crawford will see him lay on that left side.
Punching between punches and a flush left hand. And here comes Bud on the attack. Half minute to go in round 8. Can he finish him? Strafing shots to the head. Horn is hurt. Body shot lands with the right hand as well. Off balance is the Aussie. Left hand came just short.
I got some. Got 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh, nearly floored him there on the bell of a dominating 8th round by Bud. 2-division world champion Bud Crawford against the welterweight champion Jeff Horn. Will he soon be a 3-division champion?
With a round like that in evidence, if you're Glenn Rushton and you love your fighter, how long do you let this thing go on?
He's a tough guy, is Horn.
He's the champion. You let it go on.
He got caught with a left hand, thrown off balance again. Remember, round number 9, that was the round when Pacquiao nearly got rid of him as well. But Horn fought back, dominated the finish of that fight to go on and win a controversial decision.
Good point, but if there's no strategic alternative, if it's just motivational speak.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Young man worked hard to get the title. Let him fight it out.
Let him out. Punch and get out.
You never know when you're going to cash a lottery ticket, too, in this game.
That's the beauty about boxing. Only takes one punch.
He has been thoroughly dominated. He has been hurt. He has been outclassed. But all it takes is one go of it. And he's still coming forward.
Yeah, Crawford knows he's weakening. He's stepping to him. He knows that he doesn't have the power on his punches like he did early in the fight. So now he's stepping to him and he's making him pay every chance he gets.
Just a note, Rushton's had this guy since he was 19 years old. He helped him become a man. He's helped him immeasurably in his life. At some point, it's not even about tonight. It's about 5 years from now. It's about 10 years from now. You saw his wife and his kid at ringside. It's a consideration. And if he can't win the fight, it's something. I'm not expecting Jeff Horn to quit, but I'm expecting his corner to at least factor that in. I don't think we're there yet.
I mean, I get you, but
it's a consideration.
I disagree because he's still in there fighting. He's still in there trying. Terence is sharpshooting right now.
Big left hand, right hook, uppercut, sends him back. Another left hand and a knockdown score. 40 seconds to go here in round number 9. Let's see what Crawford does with it. Here he comes. Backs him up with a left hand again. Horns in the corner. Uppercut lands. Crawford on the attack. That's it. It's over. It's over. We celebrated an undefeated Triple Count winner in New York today, and now a Triple Division world champ here in Vegas. Bud Crawford on top of the world.
I'm just going to let everybody know right now the welterweight division got a new monster in it. His name is Terence Crawford. Y'all better get to work.
He is the judge.
He is tough for anybody in the welterweight division.
We have been blessed on ESPN to watch Vasily Lomachenko. You just saw Bud Crawford. Who's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world? They are both just awesome right now. Let's make it official. They are ready to party here in Vegas for the kid from the US of A. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, referee Robert Byrd steps in and calls a halt to the bout. The official time, 2 minutes, 33 seconds of round number 9. The winner by TKO victory, and now the new, undefeated WBO welterweight champion of the world, Terence Bud Crawford.
His trainer, Brian McIntyre, a.k.a. Bomac, said, "This is the takeover at 147 pounds, and Jeff Horn just happens to be the first victim."